Internet! I am RD Lady and I'm finally able to extract textures, models and animations directly from the game Nosgoth assets. The extraction process is very slow and it's not that easy, so I'll take some time to share everything. So I will be sharing Nosgoth's content by parts. In this first video, I'll be sharing the textures, models, animations from the hunter character and from his weapons. And if you just found these interesting models and you don't know where they are from, the game Nosgoth was a game based on an asymmetric combat arena. It was like a spin-off from the Legacy of Kain game series, one of my favorite game series of all time. Unfortunately, this game Nosgoth was cancelled and all its content was lost. So since the game was cancelled more than 1 year ago, I have been trying to extract the textures, models and animations from the game Nosgoth in order to help the fan community to preserve this content and maybe make a fan game or a remake of the game Nosgoth. So all the textures, models and animations, all the game assets that I was able to extract and convert until now are shared through a Google Drive folder that will be in the link in the video description. So in this video, I'll first show how to import these assets into the Unreal Engine, which is the game engine that I'm learning how to use right now. And after that, I will show you all the file names and the paths of each one of the animations that you're gonna be able to find in this material that I'm sharing. So you see the animation on the screen. If you like it, you have the correct path and the file name, so you can locate it in my shared files. So these are the folders that I'm sharing right now. Not all of these folders will be fully available right now because I'm still not done extracting and converting everything. But in these folders that I will be sharing, you will always find a folder named Skeletal Mesh and another folder called Texture 2D. And these will always be subfolders inside the folder that has the character name or the class name or the weapon name that was extracted from the game and that we're gonna import into Unreal Engine. So in this case, for example, I'm looking inside subfolders that are inside the folder named Weapon Assassin Whip. This was one of the weapons that the hunter used in the game. So let's take these textures and these models and let's import it into Unreal Engine. So for importing this game asset, we just have to select the textures and drag and drop it into Unreal Engine. If you see a problem or an error message like this, you can try to convert these textures into TGA format. Sometimes, for some reason, the Unreal Engine will not like the DDS format textures from Nosgoth, so I'm gonna show you how to convert them. So I'm gonna do this conversion from DDS to TGA using DXT-BMP. So let's just drag and drop the DDS textures into this program window. And then we go in File and Save as Targa Alpha. And after that, we can try to import these textures again. So now I'm gonna select them and drag them again into Unreal Engine. Once we did this, the textures are already imported. You can use this search content box to locate the textures more easily if you have many files in your project. So in this case, I have imported the whip textures from the hunter character. That was a special attack weapon that he had. So now I'm gonna import the 3D model together with the skeletal mesh of this whip weapon. And for doing that, I'm gonna go to the skeletal mesh folder and then FBX. And then I'm gonna drag and drop this FBX file into the Unreal Engine window. And here in the skeleton option, I'm gonna select clear or none, so we can import the new skeleton and not use a skeleton that was already in the project. And after that, I will click in Import All. And here is the hunter's whip. So here the whip was imported with no textures or with just a default material. So I'm gonna show you how to fix this problem in case this happens. So basically what we're gonna do is to assign the correct textures into this default material. So for that, I will open a new content browser window, and I'm gonna locate and open the material that was imported together with the whip 3D model, which is the whip matte inst. Just have to double click on it, and now we're gonna go back to that content browser window that we just have opened before, and we're gonna drag and drop those correct textures from the whip into this material window. So what I'm dragging and dropping here is usually the diffuse map texture that has the real colors of the texture, and the normal map that will give information on small details of this model. And after importing these textures, I will connect the diffuse map texture into the base color component of this material, and I will connect the alpha texture into the normal map component of this material. And now let's save and let's reopen our whip 3D model to see if the textures are correct now. Here is the whip 3D model already with the correct textures. Now I'm gonna show you how to import the animations for this whip. For importing the 3D animation of the whip, and we're gonna go back to the folder that I shared with you, the weapon _ assassin whip folder, and we're gonna look for an anim set folder. All the models that have animations, they will have also this anim set folder as well. And inside this folder, we're gonna go to FBX, and we're gonna import the 3D animation in FBX format just by dragging and dropping it into Unreal Engine again. But this time, instead of selecting none for the skeleton, I'm gonna locate the skeleton that I have just imported before with my 3D model. So I will assign the new animation into the skeleton that I already have imported for the whip. And we have also to disable the import mesh option, because we already have imported the 3D mesh or 3D model of the whip before. And using these settings that I'm showing here, I will just click in import all. And now when I open the whip 3D model again, there's gonna be a new 3D animation assigned to this 3D model. And here's the new animation that was just created after the importing process. And when I click on it, this animation will play on the screen. So that was the animation that played every time that the hunter used the whip special attack. So you can follow the same process in order to import all the models and all the textures and all the animations that I will be sharing with you. So if you want to preserve this content, if you want to work on fan animations, or if you want to work on a remake for Nosgoth, you can just follow these steps to import the Nosgoth game assets into Unreal Engine. So now I'll show all the 3D animations and models that are already available in the Google Drive folder that I have just shared with you. All these game assets are already converted to FBX format, so they can be easily imported into a game engine following these steps. FBX is a very common format accepted by most of the game engines, so you can also import these assets into other game engines. So I'll show all the models and animations that I have shared. The animations will be playing on the screen, and I'll also show in the bottom of the screen the path to locate all these files. So in case you are interested in one of these animations, you can locate this animation or this model in the file path that is showing in the bottom of the screen. In the meantime, please don't forget to give a like and to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more 3D models and animations extracted from the game Nosgoth. And maybe someday we're gonna be able to resurrect Nosgoth. So see you in the next video. I'll try to keep you updated about my progress in this project. I see you next time. Bye bye.